Shezi Island, which is actually a peninsula administered as part of Taipei's Shilin District, remains stuck in the past. Years of neglect have caused development to lag behind the rest of the capital. For now, all of the area's 10,000 residents can do is hope that politicians will fulfill development promises that have mostly come up empty. Our Sunday in-depth report takes you to Taipei's Shezi Island.
78-year-old Lin Ching-chang, a resident of Shezi Island, is the eldest of a family which includes 6 brothers. All these siblings live together, creating the strange phenomena of one house with 6 kitchens. Although Lin's home is just 100 pings in size, it accommodates as many as 60 people. Lin isn't sure just how many are living here.
I need to count again. My family has about 10, and there are 6 brothers. Some had fewer children.
With 50 to 60 people sharing a 100 ping space, there are only about 2 pings of space for each person. Due to limited space, many residents have little choice but to leave Shezi Island.
Many people have moved away. It's really hard to keep living here.
Shezi Island is located in Shilin District in Taipei. It's actually a sandbar that formed at the confluence of the Keelung and Tamsui rivers. Because it's located in a floodplain, the government banned residents from building houses. Not even old houses can be demolished and rebuilt.
This is a legal residence, but you can see that it has no windows and no one lives here. It will soon become a dangerous building.
Fuzhou neighborhood once had 18 households, but all but 2 have moved away. Many here who look forward to development and reconstruction have been stymied for 40 years.
Every 4 years during the mayoral election, candidates discuss developing Shezi Island, though they never fulfill this promise. This means that few people are willing to invest in repairs.
Uncertainty leads to hesitation. The government has been similarly undecided when it comes to making investments in infrastructure. Shezi Island lacks a comprehensive sewage system and many places even lack drainage. Neighborhood Chief Lee Si-fu asked the municipal government to build a drainage system. After failing to gain approval for many years, Lee took action.
I built this drainage ditch. It has a total length of more than 100 meters.
Residents complain about the lack of investment in their neighborhood.
There are tall buildings all around us. We are the only ones with no development.
Elders at a local temple harbored decades of resentment. They're eager to share how they feel about the decline of their area.
When we had tap water, Luzhou was using wells. Since then, they've developed while we've stayed still.
Across the Tamsui River, directly opposite Shezi Island, are Sanchong, Luzhou, and Wugu. Across the other side of the Keelung River is Guandu and Taipei. Urban development can be seen in every direction. Only Shezi seems to be frozen in time 50 years ago. Originally, residents lived in farm by the water. One typhoon would forever change their fate. In 1963, Typhoon Gloria brought 1,000 millimeters of rainfall in a single day. This caused the Shihmen Reservoir, a 90-minute drive away, to release 10,000 cubic meters of water per second into the Dahan Creek. The water later entered the Tamsui River and couldn't dissipate fast enough, leading to flooding in the Greater Taipei area. In 1964, RSEA Engineering widened the Tamsui River at Wugu and Guandu from 450 to 550 meters to facilitate more rapid discharge into the sea. This led to seawater intrusion.
The tide brings salt water. The Guandu mangrove used to be fertile farmland, though it is now submerged in water. The risk of flooding on Shezi Island when the tide comes in increased after the river widened.
Shezi Island's location near this narrow passage means frequent flooding during typhoons. The geology of the area is changing.
When
there is a typhoon, lots of soil is washed into the river. I witnessed this many times. Previously, this land was suitable for farming, but now it's sandy and prone to collapse.
In 1975, when the government built the Chongqing North Road Interchange, it filled in one of the waterways that separated Shezi Island, turning it into a peninsula with links to Taipei. New highways that allow for the transport of produce from southern Taiwan, together with the soil erosion and salinization, has reduced the amount of acreage dedicated to farming. Shezi Island is no longer a major produce supplier to Taipei. For 50 years, Shezi Island has battled problems with transportation, housing, and land use. This has created chaos and chronic problems. Without improvement, upwards of 10,000 residents have little hope for the future.